And we're like, guys, so I have new streaming equipment, and I'm going to my laptop over here so I can actually see properly because I'm oh, it's kind of glitching around, but I'm no longer going to stream with my phone. Well, unless I run out of time. Because setting up this was a bitch. Let me tell you right now. All right, you guys are coming into the chat very slowly, and I'm in a whole new, so you guys can probably see the back of my laptop. So you can see I'm still kind of like, I'm still putting it together, right? I'm not professional yet. I'm still like, I'm semi-pro, not pro yet. What's up, everyone? So yeah, I can see that my laptop is in the shot. So I'm gonna, I got to fix that. Let me get some cardi going on. All right, so I'm gonna try to move this out of the shot. Oh, that's okay right there, right? Okay, guys. So I don't have to keep stepping towards the phone that I always have to check out the stream. What's up? My mod's in the house. What's up, Deb? So you guys, I'm just doing a very, very, very quick stream, and it's really weird because I keep looking down at my laptop to see the chat. So I think I actually might do something else so I can actually see your comments. I still use my camera. So you guys, I bought a really expensive camera over 2 years ago. Okay, like it's thousands and thousands of dollars set up to be able to do live streams. And as you guys know, I have the ring light and all that. Very expensive. I bought the best of everything to do this that I'm doing today. Hola! And it's just really hard to put it all together. And my Wi-Fi, as you can see, if I move too fast, it gets a little glitchy. But don't you guys like the quality of my new live stream? Isn't that amazing? I love, 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 love. So we've got like really professional equipment here. So what I'm actually going to do is just a Q&A. Normally I pick a subject and start talking about it. But since I'm going to do a very quick live stream, because I'm testing out all my equipment. And of course, I have professional backgrounds, but after setting up all this camera equipment stuff, we're going to use the microphone. We didn't use the microphone. I have a microphone, forgot to use it. So I'm actually using my phone microphone. Darn, where's my microphone? Hold on, you guys. Let me get it so I can show you that I'm for real. Okay, I actually have a microphone. I need to get this set up too. So let me just pin this right here. All right. Just pin my own microphone. Let's see here, guys. Somebody said I love Sean. Who's Sean? Okay. Let's get this popping. Don't forget to like up the stream, you guys, which is to hit the X in the corner, collapse the stream, and then re-enter the stream by hitting the chat icon box. So thank you, Zach. Yeah, so you guys can see I'm testing out this equipment. I got 22 people in the house. Should we get this popping or what? Because you all know I've been researching lots of stuff like vitamin D deficiency. So today on my course group, I need to stop looking at my computer. This camera's right there. Yeah, okay, so today there was this discussion in my keto course group. You guys know I run a keto course group. It's a subscription-based group. It's freaking phenomenal. And I live stream there every Sunday to do mini consultations and to bring forth great information like this idea of vitamin D. Now, you guys who are having problems adapting, it's because you can't sleep. So that's the biggest reason why you guys are going through the early morning dawns phenomenon. It is the main reason why a lot of you guys have unstable blood sugar is because, and also you're hypoglycemic during the night, and especially in that 1 to 3:30, 4 o'clock window. A lot of you guys wake up out of nowhere. And Deborah has written in the chat how to like up the stream. So don't forget to give some stuff love, because we got 30 old people in the house. It was 16 likes. So let's get the likes up. I look like a DJ. I don't have a perfect setup yet. Obviously, I don't want my laptop in the shot. And, I like to do standing streams. As you guys know, a lot of people sit at a desk. I like to stand, but all the stuff will get fixed, and I will obviously put up a proper background. So that's an easy thing to fix as well. Do I get vitamin D from nutritional yeast? No, you don't get vitamin D from nutritional yeast. Camilla, you get vitamin D3 from the sun, and you get it from animal foods, like in the fat parts of the animal. You have the fat soluble vitamins, which are vitamin D, E, A, and K, especially in things like egg yolks, have a good supply of vitamin D. So you're not going to get that in nutritional yeast. Now, you do have, I think, B1 or B6, B9 in nutritional yeast, but of what I've learned a lot from plant source bees, and folic acid is not very available like it would be in liver. So, you can use a little bit of nutritional yeast to make the food taste good, but ultimately at the end of the day, it's kind of high in carbohydrate. And if you use spoons and spoons of nutritional yeast, it will spike your blood sugar. Yes, you can do keto with diverticulitis without a problems. Diverticulitis, Crohn's, IBS, all of those inflammatory diseases of the digestive system. You can do keto. But what I really think that you guys need to consider is keto carnivore. That's the stuff that's actually going to heal the gut. So I've been doing a lot of research, and I've worked with a lot of you guys know I do one-on-one consultations, and also in my course group, which I'm able to work with large groups of people to test things like how to heal the gut from having some type of inflammation of the large intestine, or people who've got ulcers, people who've got IBS and problems with their small intestine, the microvilli and the gaps, the junctions in your gut wall. Steph got me on organ meat, and there was a friggin' gallbladder in my liver tonight. Yikes, that was nasty, but it never felt better. So yeah, I mean, like, you would think that liver is gross, gallbladder, liver, gallbladder, spleen, kidney, all of these organs from an animal. Brain, what would you rather eat, the gallbladder, which is going to be more meaty, or the brain, or the tongue? So let's see. How can you join the course group? So you go to stephanieperson.com, and you will see there on the homepage, it'll say like, sign up for Stephanie's Keto course group, and you sign up there. And you can also see how to sign up for a consultation on the website. And Deborah's explaining, she's writing you guys in the chat how to do that. Let's see. Can I chew gum? Well, no, you cannot chew gum. Often gum is made with sugar alcohol. So anything with a totol at the end, xylitol, maltitol, those totols, maltitol, no. So it's just better to just give up. Plus, like, that chewing motion, and then you have this amylase, saliva release, and then the stomach is getting ready with the gastric juices to digest, and then you're not. So it really creates a sort of like junking up the assembly line on knowing what to do and not what to do. So normally I'm so used to touching my phone and swiping up and down, so I just got to get used to this new system. Let's see here. Any tips on pre-workout or something to help me get a good pump like this? Now, you guys, when you're doing a low carb, high fat, carnivore or ketogenic protocol, you don't take a pre-workout. Pre-workouts are, caffeine is so bad for the body. I can't even start to just go on and on and on about the dangers of doing caffeine. So you don't need to get a pump. What you need to do, okay, is rebalance those kidneys, right? You want to be able to be absorptive. You want to be able to absorb your water. You want to be able to absorb your electrolytes, right? That'll keep your lymphatic system going and good lymphatic drainage. That's going to keep you your water balance and your electrolytes in balance, so you don't look flat. So you can keep a pump in the muscle at the gym. But the other thing that you guys want to do is just be insulin sensitive, and to be less catabolic and less gluconeogenic, therefore, thus getting enough protein into the muscle so you grow. So as you guys can see, I have size. You guys know that I'm 51, going on 52, and been doing keto for almost 12 years nonstop with no refeeds on caffeine, alcohol, carbs, no sugar, no sweet fruit, fructose, no xylitol, no maltitol chewing gum. Bye-bye. Can I do Weight Watchers diet with keto? No such thing. That doesn't exist. Weight Watchers is so bad for you. And I don't want to sound like a jerk, but it is so bad for you to do anything with a point system. Keto is a science, right? Keto is a science. So essentially what you want to do is you want to drive ketosis. You want your body to take body fat, right? Right there is restaurant, right? There's a restaurant of your belly, and here's a restaurant. And that restaurant is typically very difficult to access because people develop inefficient fat cells and the hormones get out of whack. They become more of storing machines than burning machines. And so the last thing that you want to do is go through depravity of not eating less, because to get your brain to stop wanting to use glucose, which you don't have to eat one drop of a carb or sugar or fruit to have high diabetic levels of blood sugar. Yes, that happens through gluconeogenesis. Google it. But with that said, if you are not getting enough fat, you're not going to drive ketosis. Even though on a carb diet, you can make ketones, but they won't be viable because the brain is still looking for glucose if your blood sugar is too high. And that is the reason why I have people use glucometers and monitor the ups and downs and the ebb and flows of their blood sugar. Oh, thank you. Is it Danish? What? Thank you, Danish. You've learned a lot from me. Thank you so much. And so Janae writes, what's the deal with the IGF-1? What is it? Mongering going on about me. Oh, it's all lies. They're trying to say that IGF-1 blunts your insulin receptors, and IGF-1 is going to, is a leader to cancer. It's all dogma. It's all garbage. It's all lies. So they say nothing. Keto has not been studied over time. People who think that you can get diabetes from eating meat, it's embarrassing. It's laughable that people come up with such ridiculous dogma garbage. That's what I think. So diabetes does not blunt your insulin receptors. Otherwise, us as a human species in 800,000 to 1 million years wouldn't have survived as hunter-gatherers if they were eating meat and it was blunting their insulin receptors. Sometimes you have to think about what's logical. So fruit, which raises your blood sugar, right? You need insulin, right? So blood sugar here, insulin here, signaling, it's already been proven that too much insulin is caustic to the cells. It stacks up in the bloodstream and it causes damage. What spikes your insulin? Blood sugar. What spikes your blood sugar? Sugar, carbohydrates, fruit. Meat doesn't do that. So all you need is a glucometer to prove that. So if your blood sugar is, let's say, 82, that's not going to, there's no IGF-1 that's going to blunt the insulin receptors. And so then you have this insulin resistance. It's laughable. I don't know how people come up with this nonsense, but they do. Jillian Michaels has never done keto, and the reason why she got a lot of backlash from it. The reason why she says don't do it is because it doesn't fit her narrow scope of business. So this is going to help her business to try to get people off of low carb, high fat dietary protocols. She doesn't understand the science. If you look at her videos, she doesn't know what she's saying. She's talking in circles. Oh, it's weird. Something went on with things I couldn't see. Oh, Deborah's hitting up a troll. Gotcha. Get him, girl. Get him, child. Get him. Okay. Shoot, my microphone dropped. It was like weird. I'm not used to my computer being in front of me. I'm used to my phone. Even though it's more clear on the computer, it's just your brain is used to another visual. Unfortunately, yes, because sometimes people, this microphone is problem. Sometimes people who do keto, the reason why I need to look at there. The reason why people are not hungry is because they may not have enough HCl, stomach acid, to be able to digest the fat and protein that's coming in. A lot of people don't eat enough meat, contrary to what vegans think. Actually, people don't eat a lot of meat. People eat a lot of carby junk. Another reason is that people might have an issue with their gallbladder. So their body's not being able to release salts and use those salts. And those salts, those bile salts, are going to help break down fat. And that's why often people are not hungry. It's not because, like, I'm not hungry, therefore I don't eat. You can not eat, right, and do this fasting nonsense. Go check your blood sugar, and you'll start to develop hypoglycemia if you don't already have it, and then exacerbate it. Oh, you love me. Ah, thanks. Thank you, Cindy. See, look, now I've got like thousands of dollars worth of equipment. Ain't nobody even talking about it. I'm going to go back to my phone. Let me see here. Is it okay to add oils? Like, well, nope. Walnuts, almonds, all those nuts have super high anti-nutrients. Oils are not stable. Get rid of them. These seed oils and nuts, no. Fats, no. And no. Let me see. Daily diet, get my fat up to omega-9s. You don't need to get your fats up to omega-9s because you're going to get your 3, 6, and 9 from eating fatty meats. That's what's up, right? Ramadan, that's right. People keep getting on me about Ramadan. And I was like, I wanted to put together a Ramadan nutrition plan, but that would be fasting, right? For the short period of time. But I think I've mentioned this before, that when your fasting window, you got to really make sure you get your fats in really, really high, but you got to know how to consume your fats, the kinds of fats, and in that small window. And I know people who feed on Ramadan don't feed all at the same time. So it's really important that people would book a consultation with me, and then I can actually tell you, okay, this is your job. This is your feeding window. Yeah. What do I eat for breakfast? I eat, I'm leaning more carnivore right now, or keto carnivore, which is that I'm still keeping my fat over 200 to drive ketosis. But I'm rotating between all the meats. And that's what you tend to do when you go lean more carnivore, which is I'll eat salmon, I'll eat pork, I'll eat liver, I'll eat heart, I'll eat, on occasion, chicken thighs, yolks, egg yolks. What else have I been eating? Lamb, sometimes lamb near the rib. And then a lot of fat, a lot of butter, 70 grams of butter. Let's see. What is the LA workout? Well, my workouts are a lot different from other people. So when I work with clients, especially when they first start keto, I try to get people to do time under tension. So slow on the negative. And I don't mean 15-second Doug McGuff slow. I mean like 3-second negatives, right? And so I call it negative training. And, if I'm doing a shoulder press, I'm going to bring it down slowly, right? Explode up and do like a 3-second down. 1, 2, 3. So in this way, you're not getting your blood pressure up. You're not getting your cortisol is up as much as pumping all these exercises, heavy weight. And let's see. My wife and I have been been keto for close to 2 years, strict keto 2 months, and in no dairy, coffee, good. Full, what is it? I get full from fats from my wife and I never feel satisfied. So when you say full of fats, there's no data there. I need to know how much fat is on the plate, right? Not that you cook with, what kind of fat, how much fat is on your plate. And often people's fats just aren't high enough and their protein is too high, and that'll make you hungry. See, often you eat between meals. I seem to get cravings later in my day. So again, I don't know what your macros are. So you might want to break down those macros and tell me exactly what you're eating. You guys should join the Keto Course group. It's $15 a month, and it's freaking a fart in a bucket. Psst, cheap. Okay, so people are charging like 800,000, all this money for courses that you can't use because it's all misinformation, or most of it is. If we boil spinach to get rid of the oxalates, will it get rid of the potassium also? No. Now, according to what I read, so this is not fact, but according to what I read, boiling it can raise the amount of potassium. And to be honest, you guys, I think that we're too much in this. No. Yes. Oh, yeah, we're back on. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, so we're back. I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep this short, but I'm not. Am I even using this mic? Yeah. Okay. So, it's back over here. Consultation with Stephanie. Go to her website, stephanieperson.com. Okay, let me get some of those questions before the battery died on my camera. See, this is different because on a phone, you can see that the battery's dying, and you can just plug it in. Let me see here. Hi, Christopher. Yes. Okay. So that's what I was talking about the potassium. People are very, very afraid of needing so much potassium, but obviously if we were to live outside, we would get seasonal things like seasonal spinach or foods higher in potassium. Meat has potassium, organ meats have potassium, marrow has potassium, and it's really the amount of sodium that you're taking in that's indicative of how much potassium you need to balance out sodium. So if you don't want to swell up like a balloon, you don't want to overconsume sodium without having a balance of potassium. And that's where potassium comes more into play. So I'd say like in the winter time, if you're not sweating as much, definitely the need for sodium is less, which means the demand for potassium is less. So I've gone down. So I have a little bit of boiled spinach, not even every day. And I'm just testing to see if I develop heart palps or any type of, heart palpitations or muscle cramps from low potassium. So I'm not really, this very weird setup because I'm looking at my camera and then my laptop's in front of me and then the comments are below me. And so this is not professional yet. Let's see here. Janae writes, I eat, what is it? I eat regenerative from a CSA. I don't know what that is, CSA. My meat is super nutrient dense, lots of D3 omegas, micronutrients. How on earth do other keto folks get health from grocery store meats? Okay, so Janae, there are, like here in LA, we've got like really good health markets that order really good, like really high quality grass-fed meats from the local farms around here. So we have places like a place called Air One. We actually have farmers markets. So sometimes you can source Whole Foods grass-fed meats, and there's also Gelson's. There's a lot of markets here. So it really depends on where you are. Now, some people have to go to uswellnessmeats.com. There you can get grass-fed meat online. There's actually a couple of reputable online animal source foods that you can reputable animal source foods that you can order from. I'm all tripping because I cannot. This is a different setup, but you can fully get a good quality meats from your local supermarket, like getting organic chicken or free range chicken hearts or liver, which is easier to get than grass-fed beef liver, for example. Do you guys have any more questions? So Jesse was timed out. So funny, I can see it now when people are timed out and all this. But you know what, guys? Don't forget to like up the stream. There are 66 people in this house and only 44 likes. So liking up the stream helps bring people to my channel. As you guys can see, I've invested in better equipment. Well, that way, actually not there. That's a hot mess, right? This is like my shoebox. But as you can see, I have the ring light on me and I can stream. Although I don't like to stream when the sun's going down. What brand of magnesium you recommend? Again, I don't recommend brands. I can only recommend the kinds and types of magnesium. So often I recommend magnesium glycinate. It's easier to be more bioavailable into the system. Most people don't have a histamine reaction to glycinate. If you do, some people switch to malate, or you guys can use citrate to help with your constipation. No, of course, there's more butter. If you guys hold on one sec, I'll show you a new brand that I'm trying. So hold on. Oh, yes, I do this. I freestyle it because like being too professional is too boring. Okay, so here we go. So this is one I found at Whole Foods. Where's the camera? Okay, you guys can see it here. Can you see that? Whoa, it's not focusing. Camera doesn't know what to do. There it is. See that? There you go. Screenshot that. Boom. So here's one I've been trying, and it's a really nice. It's different, right? I'm so used to Kerrygold, but no, you can use whatever grass-fed butter you can find in your local market. You see, are your course coaching as strict as the way that I am live? So I don't know what you mean. Okay, first of all, when I talk to people in a real environment where I'm not looking at a machine, I'm completely different. It's like you go live and there's sort of like this pressure, right? This is not real, you guys. I've got this covered and I've got a ring light on me. And you're only getting like a quarter of what you can get when you actually speak to me one-on-one. It's way more personable. And for those who are actually on my course page, they know that. They know that they get like, they really get me. But if I'm getting tons of people, 66 people, thousands of people on replays, it's a different type of animal. So no, I'm way softer. I'm very, very, very empathetic because people who come to me crying. I've got stories that will break your guys' heart. People with cancer, people with lupus, people with autoimmunity, people with Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, and they're coming to you like with their last please help me ditch effort. Like this is the only, people with epilepsy, I don't know what to do. And I'm not going to be like this aggressive punching talker and be like, energy. No, I'm not going to be that way. Not in my 51 years. No, you're going to show compassion and you're going to slow it down a lot. And Deborah is reminding you guys that she's like, yes, her consultations are very thorough. She customizes plans for you. So not only, you guys, I don't just do like, people are so much into meal plans. It's like a life plan from the second you wake up and everything you do in your day with your family, with kids, with your job, if you travel, if you have issues, if you're not mobile, to your workouts, to the circadian rhythm, to your sleep hygiene, to your plumb line, to relaxing that central nervous system, to people who've got sciatica and back pain. We go through it all in the consultations. Like, no, it's not like, oh, I'll just put together a little meal plan and like, cha-ching, next person. No. Okay. Salt shot pre-workout makes me headache. Why is that? I don't know why. I don't know if you're eating salt like just straight. I don't know how much sodium you're taking in. Some things you just don't know if you don't have context. So it seems clear in your mind because you know what you did, but I don't know what you did. And why would you salt and water? Did that give you a headache? Okay, I'm raising my own chickens for fresh meat and eggs now, so I at least know where some of my food comes from. Exactly. And you can do that. I think I said today, like, I want to get a farm and have my own like chicken coop. Okay, yes or no on flax. So Okay, I'm going to say this, guys, and then I think I should go. Okay, how would you get a consultation? You just go to what? Hashtag workouts. Can we get a consultation? Yeah, you guys can get a consultation. Just go to stephanieperson.com. You guys, I'm 51. So I worked as a trainer for 16 years ago, before I ever even started keto. And my way back videos, you can kind of see like I was leaning more towards like workouts, but every day you learn and grow more things that you can apply. I've learned so much about the body. It's like, I don't even like to look at videos 6 months ago. But when it comes to like seeds and plants, and the thing that I think I said this last stream, you guys, we take plants and we try to agriculturalize them. We try to breed them and grow them, and we mess with the soil, and we can take soil and put manure on it and all this kind of stuff, and make have a crop grow more than it should on that soil in a year's time. So we didn't demineralize the soil, and then we have bugs that go to these plants, and then they start to eat it. And so if we want to have a profit, then we come up with pesticides to save the crop. And then the bugs become resistant to the stronger and stronger herbicides and pesticides and fungicides. And then that doesn't work because it's an industry. So then we're like, why don't we genetically modify these things, right? We can mix like fish genes into plant genes or fruit genes. So these fruits can last past a winter season, like crazy stuff. And then we selectively breed and we cross pollinate. And what we actually do is we raise the level of the internal pesticide, which is all those anti-nutrients, right? The lectins and the phytates and blah, blah, blah. So we raise the level of anti-nutrients because those are the plant's defense. You see what I'm saying? That's what defends a plant. So if the plant, through evolution, has created certain levels of anti-nutrients to ward off insects, why don't we just genetically modify the plant so we can raise the level of the pesticide? And then what does that do? It makes everybody sick because everybody I look at has issues. Issues, like I said last stream. People have got ridges on their nails. They've got broken blood vessels around their nose. They've got white tongues. They have like numb fingertips. People have tinnitus. They have all this weird stuff. They're bloated. They're watery. Guys have like stick legs and bloated up top. Women are very estrogen dominant. There are more men with gynecomastia. There's so many people with so many issues, and people don't make that connection to what we Frankensteined our food source, including injecting animals with pharmaceuticals. Thank you, Cam. Or Cam, not Cam. I'm so used to Swedish, so every time I see like an unusual name, I just sort of use this Swedish vowel to pronounce. I do not overcook my eggplant. And you're already to start what? Was it Harvey, whatever? Look, if you and I were to really talk and we were really to monitor your blood sugar after eggplants, you would see a difference. It's just, people are subjective. They might just test fasted. They don't test all day long. So nobody's blood sugar is the same all day long. I don't know if you're male or female, but context matters. Like broad statements don't work. They don't work. I could say broad statement and then I'm like, well, go research this yourself. You'd love to get rid of the ridges on your nails. So often that's from mineral deficiencies. We have deficient, like this whole vitamin D subject, that's the next one I'm going to hit, but not tonight because I got to go. But the vitamin D deficiency thing is real. Like y'all are D deficient. And it's not just like, yes, it matters, right? We're all in different shades of like, white, more of a white color all the way down to very dark ebony color. And these are our melanocytes producing more melanin. And so, of course, somebody with darker skin is going to need more UVB exposure. And the problem is that people really don't know how much exposure according to what color of skin that you have, because there's so many different people. Now we've just completely migrated to different parts of the world where we are originally not from. So the level of vitamin D from the sun, or D3, is something we have to dive more into. But those supplements are toxic as frack. Okay, so I don't like people prescribing supplementation as the first like order of we need to fix this, unless it's an under dire needs, and then it would just be taken in a cycle and get off of it. Yes, exactly. Our foods are super fortified with synthetic vitamins, which kill us, literally. Iron shavings. Let me see. All right, guys, I think it's time to go. But I want to say thank you for everybody. I see some new people in the chat. Like when you do enough live streaming, you can see some of the same names. I also want you guys to thank Deborah, who's always moderating the chat, because when you're trying to talk to your people and then somebody's just being this freaking gnat in your ear and saying stupid stuff, trying to trigger you, with a really good moderator, they can just get rid of that so we can continue on with this conversation. Yeah, give some Deborah some love. And you guys don't forget that what was I gonna say? If you like what I'm doing, don't forget to hit the notification bell, because a lot of you guys aren't getting the notification that I'm going live, and that's why I think a lot of people don't see that I'm going live when I have almost 100,000 subscribers. For goodness sake, that I've worked every second for in all these years by keeping it real and not telling you lies to just to make a quick dollar bill, y'all. So thank you. You're new. Nice to meet you. Is it? Is it Tanuya? Kuna? I don't know. I hope I'm saying your name right. What? Any tips on keeping traps, scapula, back, neck loose after push-ups, pull-ups, workouts? Okay. So first thing is what? I don't know what type of posture that you have or how you use your core during. A lot of people do pull-ups wrong. They have the arms too wide. They're doing chest pull-ups, which is really hard on the AC joint, on the shoulder joint. I don't know if people are keeping a straight plumb line and they're not, what is it? Supinate, not pronation, supination, having an anterior tilt of their pelvis. But that really makes the difference when it comes to trap pain. A lot of people, because if their shoulders are rounded on a push-up, it's going to put their neck forward. And if your neck's forward, it's going to put a lot of pressure on your scaps. So I wish I just knew more about you. I could see at least a little thumbnail picture to give me an idea. But yes, cod liver oil, there's not cod liver. What I've heard is that cod liver oil is very good with getting enough D3 in your body. Not D2, but D3. So yes, cod liver oil is great. You guys just got to find a really, really good source of vitamin D3 in cod liver oil. Make sure that if you get capsules, that if you put it in water, that it's not breaking up and separating right away, because if it is, it's a really, really poor oil capsule or quality of the fish oil. Speaking of workouts, is it okay to do DOMs after lifting? You get really, I kind of need to know more of your lifting schedule. You get DOMs after lifting. I don't know if you're probably deficient in something. I don't know if you're getting enough of your proper like amino acids, omegas. I really don't know. L-carnitine for recovery. I don't know. I don't know what kind of diet you have. I don't know what kind of stress you have. I just don't know. I mean, it could be anything, to be honest. I'm just like throwing stuff out in the air, which is probably a stupid thing to do. Careful with cool liver oil, cod liver oil. Many have synthetic additives for D3, and that too. Obviously, all supplements, you have to be careful where it's sourced, which is why I don't like to give brand names, because I'll say I'll give a company name, and then they'll add some kind of horrible ingredient to the supplement. All of a sudden, people are like, "But you said to take this, and now it has this in it." So I don't do that anymore. Dave, if you want to do keto while being on CrossFit, it's your blood sugar is going to be all over the place. It's going to be really hard to adapt. And there's a couple of athletes that I've worked with that would not give themselves a break while training for something, and they don't adapt. And especially, I worked with a guy for almost a year, a marathon runner, because he was still training hard in the beginning of his keto adaptation. It didn't work for months. So I would pull back and not do WODs. But with that said, you guys, I got to go. I'm kind of like cranked out because this whole setup, I'm not loving it just yet. And my friend who helped me set it up is waiting for me to get off the stream. And I keep looking down, and so it's tripping me up, and I'm like fumbling over my words. So potassium makes muscle soreness better? Not necessarily. Yeah, Nordic Naturals is what I have gotten over time with the cod liver oil. But still, like I said, it's up to you guys. You guys got to do your own due diligence and research on everything. You don't have to believe me. Just take what I'm saying with a grain of salt and go out there and do your own research. So with that said, you guys, I got some energy. It's time to go. I am 51, going on 52, glorious 52, and full natty on keto for almost 12 years straight without a drop of sugar. Well, I digress. One time I went to a Chinese restaurant. They put some fructose in that, and I had shrimp. I didn't want to eat there, but somebody was like, I love it, my favorite restaurant. I was like, no. And I had a taste of it. I was like, oh, so I have had a drop. But I haven't had a drop of sugar on my own. And no caffeine, no chewing gum. I've gone full clean. I keep telling people who are younger, if you want to get strong, mentally clear, heal from autoimmunity, and finally deal with your hormones, your estrogen, your testosterone, your insulin issues, your blood sugar issues, to get lean, right? Then you got to go the distance. You guys have to make that choice. You can't just like put your toe in and be like, oh, it's too cold, I can't do it, and then expect a miracle. And a lot of people do keto because they want to lose weight. People don't understand there's low carb, high fat. That's one protocol, which you guys know I'm making plans for. Then there's keto, right? So what is keto? What is that? Do you guys know what that is? Because it is not cheese, it is not coffee, and it is not nuts, okay, and seed oils. It's not that. It's not an olive oil diet, nor is it an avocado oil diet. It's not a coconut oil diet. It's not an MCT oil diet. And then, like, what vegetables can you eat on just a standard keto? And then we've got keto carnivore. And that's next level, bruh. That's what I'm diving into. So I'm doing it on my own, and I'm noticing incredible benefits. And every single person that I've done a consultation with or on my course page doing keto carnivore cannot speak more highly of it. Just all of them. So it really makes me wake up like I'm shook. So with that said, thank you so much. You guys have a great evening or morning wherever you are in the world. Every time I'm the bomb. Thank you, Cam. So till next time, you guys, like, keep it real, keep learning. We're all learning. Each day I learn. So 4 days ago, I might change my mind on something, but it's been pretty gradual. It's pretty consistently gradual in the forward motion. You guys know I'm writing the book, and all this stuff is going in it. I'm so glad I didn't have it published when I thought it was going to be published. I'm so glad I'm on next level. Whew! So with that said, I'm out. And don't forget to go to my Instagram, which is Stephanie Ketogenic, because I put up information on my stories every day, or my Facebook, which is all for your information at Stephanie, the business, as in, you guys know, the business person. I'm out. This is my new equipment, you guys. You guys are barely commenting on it. Dang. We took 6 hours to set this up. Not to set up where it's going to be, but to get the stupid stuff to work with my crappy Wi-Fi, you guys. And I've been calling around. I can't get better Wi-Fi. Like, there's only 3 carriers in the area that I can use, and they suck. Okay? They suck. Thank you, Gina. It looks good. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you again. Sorry, you guys, I'm streaming so late. Normally I don't stream this late, but we have worked the entire day to get this fixed, and we just wanted to test it. And so I'm out. Thanks, guys. Now I gotta go.